Here today, you won't hear a daily percentage, a weekly percentage. You'll hear some examples when it comes to percentages. This is what you could make like this and so forth. But otherwise, we don't have a daily percentages that you can obviously one utilize or monthly and so forth. It strictly relies on the market. Whenever the value of gold shift up, we definitely benefit. Whenever it shifts down, we are not touched because obviously at some point it will shift up. This is quite a long-term opportunity with two products that you can enjoy so much. Obviously, we talk about an opportunity that resides in Malaysia, and this is the address as you can see. And of course, this is also contact details around that. So the details in the number there, and also you've got customer care there in terms of a form of an email. Look, here's a disclaimer. The disclaimer is not to offend you. The disclaimer is not to make you feel maybe down. It's not to discourage you, but it's just to open your eyes about the real things that are happening in the space. They are good, they are bad. Companies are doing well. Companies at some point maybe might not do so well. At some point, the company will need the team, the leaders, and whoever is involved, the members. At some point, the members will need the company. So it is like that. That's the part of the nature, and that's part of it in terms of business. So the disclaimer simply says, this presentation contains confidential information and is intended solely for the use of the individual or entity to whom is willing to make a profit or to make profit from a gold market. Kindly note that taking any action or distributing the content of this information is strictly your decision. While Digital Gold does not accept the ability for any errors or omissions, or for any loss or damage arising from this message transmission or from any use of this message or its attachment. So basically, it simply means that, ladies and gentlemen, this is Quantum Bullion Exchange Bot, and all rights reserved in that space. So basically, like I said, this is just a disclaimer, and this is the leadership. I mean, you see a lot of opportunities that now do not have the leadership, do not have the face. And yes, at some point, even if an opportunity does have a face, you sometimes get to be disturbed or get to be maybe be in a space where you negatively experience or experience some negativity, if I put it like that. But this is Datolin Consum. This is the founder and executive chairman. Look, from my personal experience, from what I've seen, of course, he's a very busy man, and I met the gentleman in 2023, I believe, with all the leaders. Leadership Rachel was there. I believe Leadership Yakubu was there as well. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't remember Leadership Yakubu there, but I'm not sure. Maybe it was there. But yeah, it was a very, very special one. And yeah, we had a meeting the following day, and we chat about a lot of things. We chat about a cat that was a dream. We chat about a lot of things that were a dream. We chat about the migration. That was the dream. We chat about a lot of things. We chat about the mind as well. We chat about a lot of things. And look, from what I've seen, delivery has been coming. Delivery has been coming. Although, of course, nothing is magically and nothing comes as fast as one which wish, but it's been coming steady. So, and also the team has been assisting as such. As much as we need a more activity. That is why you look at the introduction of AI. That is why you look at the introduction of robots, because a robot, or you just send a robot to say, you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's it. And that's just magically so it happens. But the moment the human, obviously, part of it gets to be involved, and obviously things are happening in a very steady way, and of course in a very also matured way as we move forward. So he's very much experienced in the space of gold. He's very, very much experienced in terms of leadership and many things that you may think of. And this opportunity, Kwanzaa Metal or World Digital Gold, was born 30 July 2012. and then of course, or 2012, if I put it like that. And it is the largest gold bar distributor in Malaysia and across the world. And to provide 99.99% of LBMA gold products to the Malaysian market and around the world is large. And of course, including government agencies, banks, financial institutions, and individuals as such. Now, initiated links between local banks and international bullion suppliers, including Perthmit and many more that you can think of in terms of the partnership. So it is an opportunity that has a lot of partners into it. If you look at Quantum Metal Exchange Holdings, you look at World Digital Gold, and you look at Quantum Bullion Exchange, of course, the Center of Excellency, their training, learning, management certificates, and so forth. And you look at, of course, that is the country's partners as well at the moment. That is obviously put aside, and maybe you would see as time goes on, it will back or something. I don't know. My product ownership as well that are there, and also upstream business when we talk about the opportunity itself. Now, guys, World Digital Gold provides a wide range of services for precious metal industry, including trading and also listing of gold collateral facilities, and gold custody, and also gold tokenization. You look at logistics, you look at services for mine and refinery companies as well. And you look at World Digital Gold, it is in finance, technology, services, and also development. We're talking about WDG mining in the precious metal space as it is. And of course, these are the pillars and are supported by Quantum, obviously, Bullion Exchange Board, as I've mentioned. So this is how the ecosystem is surrounded, and this is how it operates like that. So I haven't logged the meeting, ladies and gentlemen. So if it happens that you are in a space that is noisy, please control your settings as such. So our obviously key areas of focus as they look at it, you look at latest commodities related technologies, developments around the space, or related technological developments. And you look at also innovative business models in that space. So real business, live businesses like the shops, life like the mine. So businesses that you can see, obviously supported by the technology that we're talking about. Now, unique globalization through real partnership globally. So as we are speaking in South Africa, and the opportunity was born somewhere else, and now it is now utilizing USDT. So utilizing USDT. So USDT as a form of payment. So USDT as a form of payment. That is a Charles 20. Now, obviously, to make sure that it is not limited in terms of areas. So countries by countries, continent, and so forth. So that is the reason for that. So that is the form of payment, if I put it to you. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, QM provides economy recovery solution. So this is gold storage account number one, and this is a wallet that operates like your crypto wallet. This is a wallet that is for gold specifically, so connected to the market like wisely so. And you can buy gold, you can transform gold, you can sell gold, and also you can transfer gold. The minimum also to obviously enjoy this storage account, it is $50 plus or minus 1,000 rands. Now, gold convert account, this is GC. So gold converter. So we're talking about now an opportunity for you to utilize the gold storage account and make sure that you use the privilege of the gold converter. What is that? This is where you preserve your wealth by receiving 85% cashback per transaction. It's magical. What does it mean? It simply means that, ladies and gentlemen, maybe you decide, like Leadership Rakobo, to go to Bloemfontein for a very special occasion, Good Friday. And now maybe you will spend about 20,000 or 30,000 for the entire trip. So what you need to do, my dear sir lady, you need to just to add from that 30,000, how much are you adding? Maybe let's just say you add 15% for that. So you add 15%. But to be accurate, maybe let's say you add just 20% for argument's sake, but 15% will be ideal. So ideal. So do you say maybe plus 15%, I must say, and that is about maybe 34,500. Let's just say 35,000 for argument's sake. So you spend about 35,000 in total. So 35,000 in total. Now, you obviously utilize the gold storage account to GC, which is the converter, by pressing a button, and for you to receive 85% in within 5 working days. So obviously that takes you to 29,750 plus or minus 30,000. So you're within the bracket around that, obviously, for you to do what? To go and spend it on your Good Friday, maybe it's a holiday, and so forth and so forth. What does it mean? This means, it simply means that if I take Leadership Rakobo and I take myself, such as saying, okay, we both going for Good Friday in Bloemfontein, and what he did was to start by purchasing gold storage account and press the button to receive 85% before his trip. Less than 5 working days, he have received 29,000 or 30,000, if I put it like that, and the one that he's willing to spend. And I don't do that. So we meet in Bloemfontein. He has done that. I haven't done that. I'm going to spend the same amount, which is 30,000, the same as him. Now, what happens is over time, over 6 months to a year and so forth, the value of gold increases and increases and increases. Leadership Rakobi recovers what he has spent on his Good Friday trip. Over time, 2 years, whatever the case might be, he will recover and surpass that 30,000. Because whenever the value of gold increases, what is working for him is either that 35,000 that he injected. Now, compared to myself, I haven't recovered. There's nothing, because there's nothing that I've done. So that's exactly how it works. Now, let's go to another opportunity, which is another product, which is now Gold Asset Enhance. Now, Gold Asset Enhance operate differently. So this is where you enhance your wealth faster. So now it depends on a unit. So it goes by unit of gold. So in instances, you will see one unit of gold maybe sitting at a certain amount, grams, and maybe 100 and something grams or so forth, for you to purchase at 6,500 plus or minus and so forth. So what they will do, once you purchase the unit, the company will help you with a flexi payment. Now, the flexi payment is something that you have a right, as soon as you made a decision to purchase a unit, you have a right to a flexi payment. You have unlocked a flexi payment. Now, what they will do, they will match it 10x. That is why it's called GAE 10x. You've purchased one, they add +9, it makes it 10. And then what then you do? You are benefiting from the market with the entire units that you've got 10 units or whatever the grams might be. So you're looking at the amount maybe you've purchased with each gold, you purchase it with, let's say, this including fees, it's talking about, let's say, plus or minus, let's say 6,500. And then they say times 10, and then that times 10, maybe it takes you to 65,500. So 65,000. So 65,000 is what is working for you in the market. You are making a profit from 65,000, not the actual 6,000 that you have spent. When you decide to say, you know what, this is time for me to terminate, and of course, liquidity provided by the mines and everything like that, and there's so much liquidity available, and you terminate, and the company says, okay, fine, wait a second, we've borrowed you 9 units. Can we now remove them for you to be left with each unit that you have that costed you 6,500? But today, on the day of termination, that unit is no longer 6,500. Maybe that unit is now 81,000. Maybe that unit is now 100,000. Maybe that unit is now maybe whatever the amount. Then they charge you a little bit of paperwork fees, and you part ways like that. So this is how this one work, if I put it to you. So in practical, in terms of numbers, we're talking about obviously gram of gold here. Let's assume that 1 gram of gold is equals to $60. And of course, at this stage, it's about 70 or so, if I'm not mistaken. And there are management fees sitting at about a certain percentage as well. And you look at you purchasing a gold storage account so that you can own gold as little as 1,000 rands. Remember that is the minimum for you to purchase. And you look at maybe here you are purchasing with obviously $10. This is just an example, and you're getting 0.17 grams of gold. And obviously you have your gold here, ladies and gentlemen, digitally shown. And then now you say, you know what, because I have a privilege of the button called Gold Converter, then you press the button, you say, I would like to receive 85% of this cash. And you receive it within 5 working days or so, which is 0.14 grams. Now you can spend these $8.5 wherever you wish, however you wish, no problem. When the value of gold increases, it increases from this amount of money or this value of gold that will be increasing. That's how it works. So ladies and gentlemen, as we move forward now, let's talk about introducing you to smart spending and obviously smart saving. I made an example with Mr. Rakobo and myself. Now, this is a practical example. Now, let's say the commitment now on a monthly basis is for you to say, I'm going to spend 10,000 rands. Maybe you decide with this 10,000 rands, it's going to be my expenses, or no, I will dedicate this 10,000 rand. I'm just going to save this 10,000 rands and dedicate it to this. Whenever I've got 1,500, I edit and I do the transaction. Whenever I happens to have 1,500, no, however I can have it, I add it and I purchase gold all the time. So therefore, as often as you could be, or as you could. Now, you convert 10,000 rands to gold, request cash advance of 85%, and that's what you do. Now, let's talk about this opportunity, cash to gold to cash, here without gold, here with gold. Let's start without gold. That was me. Now, monthly commitment is 8,500 and convert to gold is 85% request of 10,000 rands. Now, it could be utility bills, could be car, it could be anything. Now, from January to December, this is the practice. I purchase whatever that I purchase with 10,000 rands because I've got commitments, but I have no idea in terms of gold. I'm just lazy to do it. Maybe I do have an idea, or I don't trust it at all. So my monthly commitment of 8,500 sorted, which is 102,000, that's okay in a year. But then also I have a privilege of saving 1,500, which is good in my account. Now I have zero amount of gold, but I'm doing the same exercise. Somebody, maybe not wiser, but with the privilege of having information, because information is key, information is power. Now, this person now does the same exercise as me, which is Mr. Rakobo, and he's saying you the same 10,000 that a commitment, 8,500 there, and monthly, this is the 10,000 I'm committing, and this 1,500, it's going to be obviously holding my gold there on a monthly basis, and I'll leave it like that. Now, the beautiful thing about it, he also spent 102,000, just like myself. And then obviously here in terms of 120,000 that he has spent, whenever the value of gold increases, it increases based on this amount if he has done this for 12 months. If maybe the value of gold happens to increase here, it increases based off the 10,000 rand. It doesn't matter whether you receive this 8,500 or not. So, and then now it's 20,000. It also doesn't matter whether he has received it as this amount or not. And now 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, whether he has requested this amount or not, it doesn't touch this amount in terms of him benefiting from the market. Guess what? He's got 96 grams of gold, which is benefiting compared to myself around that. So that is the difference, ladies and gentlemen. It's very, very magical, I must say to you. So very importantly, if you look at it now, let's talk about the next product, which is now gold asset enhance. Now, GAE product, we talk about the gold asset enhanced bond. So that's the product we have at this moment, and it is on promotion, ladies and gentlemen. So one unit is about 166.31 grams. And of course, how much it will cost you? It will cost you exactly, that is $250. Now, plus or minus, that is 4,500 if I put it to you. So that's the promotion. That's the beauty of it. Instead of buying this with 6,500 and you've got a huge, huge discount. So you are getting this with 4,500, ladies and gentlemen. So it is a long-term product and it's something that can be viable for you and you can benefit so much long-term. Now let's talk about the units here and put it into obviously action. So we'll talk about obviously this one and this one and this one if you look at it. Now, when you look at it, you want maybe, let's say, one unit. Like I said, it will cost you 4,500, 2 units, that times 2, and you get 2 units. Now, in a space of saying, you know what, I want 4 units now, it will cost you about plus or minus 18,000. And you say, I want 3 units, I want 5 units, and so forth. It's just that 4,500 multiplied by the number of units that you required. Now, you look at it, ladies and gentlemen, maybe you say, you know what, I want 10 units, and obviously you would have spent, that is 45,000, and you've got 10 units there working for you. And when you want 15 units, obviously you would have spent 67,500 around that in terms of rands. In dollars, as you can see, that is $3,750, 15 units, and of 10 units, that is $2,500. And you look at 4 units, that is $1,000 if I put it to you. Now, if I just play with numbers and examples when you talk about GAE and how do you benefit? Simple. How do you benefit from the flexi payment? Now, one GAE unit, like we said, it will cost you about 4,500, and that's the one. And times 10, you are sitting on plus 9, makes it 10. Now, obviously, let's say times 10, it takes you to 45,000, meaning whenever the value of gold increases, your account benefits from this amount. So, by example, when it increased by 20%, and obviously you benefit from this amount, and that is 9,000 profit as you get it. So now, when you've got 9,000 rands, and the next time, let's say now in total on your back office, you've got 45,000 plus 9,000, and let's say now you've got 54,000 in total. Now, the value of gold increases by, let's say, 0.5%. Now you have made extra, that is 250 rands. Now 250 rands plus 54,000, and you are sitting at 54,250. Let's say now it happens the value of gold in that particular month it has increased by, let's say, maybe 10% at this time. Now you have made an extra, that is 5,427 rands plus 54,270, I think. And total that you have now, you have 59,697 rands. So that's how it works. That's how the movement works. And that's how you benefit. Now, let's say, ladies and gentlemen, 4 units of course, GAE 10X, costing you 18,000. And of course, now what works for you in the market because of the flexi payment is 180,000. And obviously that by maybe the value of gold increasing by 10%, you are looking at, obviously you have made an extra 18,000. So if we say 180,000 plus 18,000, ladies and gentlemen, your account is now sitting at 198,000. Now, let's just say that it happens on the following month, the value of gold maybe it decreases. It decreases by maybe 0.2%, 0.2%. And you will see on your back office that now it has went down to a certain amount. Now the total is 197,604 rands. But on the following month, let's say it increases by maybe 0.9%. Your account now is sitting at a total of 177,000 and so forth and so forth. So it will keep on increasing and increasing and increasing and increasing and increasing as well. So by the next month, maybe we say it increases by a certain amount and it increases like that. So whatever the total amount that you've accumulated plus the percentage that the value of gold has increased with and will be added in your profit and so forth and so forth. So we'll talk about strategies, how you benefit from that as you move forward. Ladies and gentlemen, this is World Digital Gold and 10 units that will cost you 45,000 and that is 450,000 when of course the value of gold increased by 5%, that means you have made 22,000. So now you are sitting at 22,500 plus 22,500 plus 450,000. Now you are sitting at 472,500. Let's say the following month, the value of gold increases, ladies and gentlemen, let's say by 0.5%. And you are now sitting at 474,862 rands. And it happens that maybe over 6 months' time, the value of gold has increased by 20%. So we say this is plus 20%, and you are now sitting at 560,839 and 35 rands. That's the value of the total account. And you wait for another 6 months. The total increment maybe another 6 months. Now it's 35%. Let's say 35%. It could be less, it could be more. 35%. And now you are sitting at 769,277 rands. So, ladies and gentlemen, you come to this time and say, okay, maybe before you come to this time, you say, okay, you're just thinking about, okay, next month also, I just want to terminate and so forth. And that particular month or so, or in 3 months or so, the value of gold increases by, let's say, 10%. And you are sitting at obviously 846,204 rands. And you say, okay, this time around, I'm ready to terminate. The company will say, okay, wait a second. Remember, we have given you some flexi payments. So we will say whatever that you have minus what we have given you. So for argument's sake, in this, I'm just going to say this minus, let's say, 450,000. There's a reason I'm doing so. And then now the account is sitting at 396,204 rands. Remember, you spent 45,000. I'm going to say plus 45,000. Remember, I've subtracted the entire amount. And then obviously now the total account is sitting at 441,204 rands. And then you decide to terminate. They charge you whatever they charge you in terms of percentage, and you get your money. And that's how it works. So, of course, liquidity is provided by the gold mine and also provided by other, obviously, businesses around this opportunity. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you're ready to deposit, you use USDT TRC20, as you can see, for withdrawals as well, USDT TRC20, TALVA, and of course, this is known as USDT Tron as well at some point, and of course, issued on a Tron network. It is technically standard token. We call it a stable coin, and of course it works based on Tron network and blockchain using Tron addresses, which means that all transactions made with the TRC20 will take place on the Tron network. So that's the space we're operating on, and also there is a card as well that you can use USDT as well connectedly, so and you can utilize it. So you can use the card to withdraw and to spend wherever you want to spend. It is a MasterCard and you can benefit at large. So Ladies and gentlemen, the benefits of being a member is, of course, members have a privilege of a free gold storage account. I did say that the minimum to exercise this or to experience this is R1,000 for you to own some gold. And of course, exclusive access to education as well. And also members can preserve their wealth by transforming their currency into the bullion product. And members have the privileged advantage of enhance their wealth faster through GAE 10X as we talk about it, and Flexi Payment as a partnership through the bullion products as well. And members are entitled to fractional ownership of gold, precious metals through digitalized solutions as little as R1,000. And members are allowed through gold converter option, GCA, to convert up to 85% of their gold holdings to cash, and community service as well at large, if I put it like that. So this is how it works. And obviously, this is how it can benefit you. Ladies and gentlemen, you can share this opportunity if you wish, and self-purchase can take you to an introducer, which is a total amount of $1,200, and that is plus or minus 20,000 rands. And as an introducer, obviously, you'll receive a discount of 0.5% for your self-purchase, and also up to level 1, everybody that comes on board with your link. Now, very importantly, we have so many introducers. Awesome, congratulations to them. Now, from introducer to dealer consultant, that is obviously minimum of 5 directs introduces people that have spent plus or minus 20,000, obviously, for their accounts, and they can have a team as well, and the team is growing, and you have spent a total of 300,000 or $16,500, and you become a dealer consultant. And obviously, this is where you receive, that is 2% direct from direct purchase and the team as well, and 1.5% up to second level, if I put it to you. Now, obviously, from there, ladies and gentlemen, you can become, or congratulations to these wonderful, wonderful leaders there. You've got Leshim Zaifan, you've got Swungile, you've got Dr. Roger there, you've got the great Roger there in Cape Town. And now you've got also, that is leadership, John Matludi, that is my great pastor there, or bishop, if I call it. And also congratulations to the great doctor there, Elias Mashabela, and also Andile Makunga there. So congratulations to all of these leaders on the dealer rank. Now, also leadership, Rakubu there, congratulations, like we say. You are, of course, in Limpopo, but currently in Bloemfontein for Good Friday, and leadership Pindile, currently in the UK, I believe, but from Durban, and also leadership Bafile there in Durban, and also leadership Sunday in Cape Town over there. Congratulations. Now, of course, congratulations to leadership Lorraine, I believe in Johannesburg, and also leadership Elvis, I believe in Rustenburg and surrounding Northwest. And of course, you've got leadership Makuti there in Limpopo, there, Motimena. Congratulations to all of them. Now, from dealer consultant to dealer developer, you just need to have or promote your 5 introduces to dealers, and also total sales volume 1.5 million, which is 82,500. And of course, you become a dealer developer there. Now, 2% from direct, 1.5% up to that level. That is the benefit, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, congratulations to Mr. Nisi, for, of course, Thomas Nisi, for becoming a dealer developer over there, I believe in Johannesburg as well. And of course, from dealer developer to merchant consultant, you just need to make sure that you promote your 5 dealers to dealer developers, and you have 25 dealers in your team, and you become a merchant there. The total sales volume, it's $830,000 there, which is 15 million. And ladies and gentlemen, you get to enjoy 3.5% there from direct and your self-purchase in terms of discounts, and 3% up to infinity level, your entire team, your entire structure, and your entire movement. It pays you any movement in your team. Now, congratulations to leadership in Louis over there, of course, in Johannesburg, and of course, originally from Pietermaritzburg, and of course, congratulations to leadership definitely there between Pretoria and of course Rustenburg, and also congratulations to leadership Rachel Motimela there in Limpopo as well. So congratulations to all the leaders. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, the structure, it is simple. It goes up to senior merchant. You can become a merchant developer as well, 3.5% direct, and also 3% up to infinity level of them. So meaning obviously as a senior a merchant, 4.5% up to 4%, it's infinity level as well. So congratulations to merchant developer, as you can see. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where this is the year I joined the opportunity, 2023. I think that was May when I joined it. And of course, by the end of 2023, towards the end of 2023, which is October, there was this gala dinner where we met the founder himself. It was very, very beautiful. This is Mr. Matlalela there, Sabelo Matlalela, the person that brought the opportunity. And of course, this is Tatolin there and his team and beautiful leaders. As you can see, that's how it was, as beautiful as it is. Ladies and gentlemen, there's Limpopo and other parts of the world as well, and Rustenburg and so forth. So, of course, if you're happy and say you want to be part of this movement, you can get a link from the person that has invited you, and